Robert Griffin III, Redskins quarterback and buddy of Dale Jr., wheels it onto pit road, and we're ready to go.
Got the rookie and the crafty old veteran. Let's see what happens here. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Oh, no.
Moyer gets into Larson, and around goes the rookie.
Hold it up there. Lock it down.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, goodness had nothing to do with it.
Well, you know, you can look at that any way you want to, but it's the start of the race. You know, you give a little, you take a little, but you mainly give a lot on the start.
You could see that starting to happen well up on the straightaway.
Let's have a look from the helicopter in our aerial view.
You see Larson got a great jump. Got a good jump on the 2-car. He's in the middle, and Clint is right underneath him right there. You know, you could say that the 42 cut down in front of the 15. That's easy enough to call, but by the same token.
Choosing the outside lane. 15th race of the year for NASCAR Sprint Cup Series here at Michigan. And we are green. Thought about making it 4 wide into the corner. They are 3 wide. Jimmy Johnson is there. Paul Menard, Kurt Busch. Outside lane paying off for Kevin Harvick.
And a lot of people wonder why. Whoa, a lot of people will choose the outside line. It's just because you can arc it in, especially on new tires. You can arc a car in and carry so much speed. Oh, we got somebody sliding up the
into
fence.
the wall. Brian Vickers, the 2009 winner here, nearly came back down across the field and nose first into the wall.
Well, he had that thing saved, Kyle, until it. Oh, no! What?
No.
Guys, yeah, we're tore up pretty good.
Now he's really done.
Yeah. We also saw the 4-car outside the black part of the racetrack and up into the gray area. I don't know if it was slick when they got there, but there's 2 cars that stepped out. Now, obviously, a lot of cars worked through it, but 2 cars were really out of the groove in a place where we haven't really seen them all week long, up in the gray area.
Window net is down, and you see these safety workers there with Brian Vickers. The car that came through and hit him, that was the 32 of Travis Kvapil, and here you see him coming down pit road. Huge damage to the right side of his car.
And for you people at home, a lot of cars made it by. Travis didn't, and you think, what was he thinking? The thing was, I think Travis committed to the bottom of the racetrack. And just as we've talked before, when you're down there on the flat, when you're on the flat at 150 or 60 miles an hour, you can't just stop the car or turn.
This is going to be Kurt Busch swinging way down to the inside. Yeah, black and red car.
And watch where the 4-car goes into the corner here as we pick up the 55. The 4-car is outside the groove up in front. You see 3 or 4 cars that are above the area where they normally run. I think what Brian did, he got out there and stepped out. He tried to save it. He didn't have the whole racetrack to save it. There's so many cars coming back.
Hamlin on the inside, pole winner. Matt Kenseth on the outside as they come by the front stretch. Green flags in the air. We're racing in Michigan. Around early into the apron is the 55. David Reagan slides onto the apron back up in front of the field.
Yeah. Spun around. Get it spun around here.
And the caution comes out before they get out of turn 1.
That, Brad.
There he is, Kyle Busch. He was so far behind the pack. I mean, he was a half a straightaway behind the last car. He was anticipating that wreck. I spoke to him last night. He said, Jeff, they're going to wreck on lap 1. I'm telling you, they're going to do it. That's why he was saying so far back. Smart move.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he has a competition caution coming in lap 20. He's confident he's not going to lose a lap. We talk about the points and making the chase. He has the wins. Now he just needs the points. A crash early would be devastating to this 18 car.
Take another look at what happened. This is going through turn 1. David Reagan in the 55.
So he's on the bottom of the racetrack. The car just comes around. That's the car on the outside of you is always pulling air off. And when you have these great big spoilers and you have these rear fascias, the change between being behind somebody and next to somebody is really, really big. So it just, what you had planning to race last night, that's what you have now.
Pace car comes onto pit road. Matt Kenseth on the outside. Pole winner, Kyle Busch on the inside. Coming through the quad oval. Crowd on their feet. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Charlotte. Already. 23.
Caution's out behind you. There's debris on the front.
J.J. Yaley, a lot of damage to the left front of that car. Jeff Burton, I'm sorry, is into 23. And the caution comes out right away. Left front of that 23 of Jeff Burton destroyed.
Saw a lot of people checking up in the middle of the pack. About 3/4 of the way through the pack, rather, we started seeing cars check up, and when that happens in front of you, it's hard to see. So you see Jeb in the back of the pack as they start to check up. Right here, the 26 car, the 34, the 35, they all slowed down in front of you, and it's just hard to see. It's you know, when you're in the back and 4 or 5 rows up, just like if you're on the interstate.
It comes down to this, the elimination race. Who will advance to the championship? 4 in Miami out front. Leading the field for the first time, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson. Green flags in the air. A unique racetrack, a dogleg on the backstretch. Denny Hamlin already diving below the yellow line. It's legal sideways. It's the 22 and the 42. 42 continues sideways. The caution comes out. Trevor Bayne goes around in the 6. Kyle Larson was around. The 22 of Joey Logano seemed to have saved it. But the caution comes out before they even got back to the start-finish line.
This racetrack, when you first start on a run, whether it's practice or in the race, it is slick. We're out here in the desert. It gets sand on it. Very, very slick racetrack at the beginning of races. You see right here, the 22 jumps on the outside of the 42 of Kyle Larson. They enter turn 3. Kyle Larson gets loose immediately on corner entry, has to go up the racetrack, gets in the side of the 22 of Joey Logano. I don't think any damage. I think Joey moves along, no problem whatsoever.
2 by 2, they come back to the start line. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Pocono. Kyle Busch with the advantage as they enter turn 1. Denny Hamlin fighting strong now, trying to take the second spot away from the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. They fan out, going down the backstretch from turn 1 to turn 2.
Yeah, you need to be close to single file through this corner here. You can fan out down the front straightaway and get by with 2 and 3 wide in 1. But back there in the tunnel turn, and even entering here in 3, you've got to be on the bottom part of the racetrack if you want to be successful.
Momentum, the key when you go through turn 3 because you have such a long straightaway as Kenseth sideways in front of the field. They're piling up behind him.
Well, Matt Kenseth got by with that, I believe. He never touched anything, but Eric Almirola with major damage on the front of his car.
37 also involved Chris Buescher, where he got his first career win. See damage to the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto. Danica Patrick in the 10 was sideways. But the most damage, it looks like, goes to Eric Almirola.
You know, you're back there in the middle. It makes it difficult to see things that are happening. You might see the smoke, but where do I go?
As they go down into turn 3, see Matt Kenseth on the inside of Jimmy Johnson, and we keep seeing this over and over and over. We saw it last week at Indianapolis. The car on the outside of Matt Kenseth just pulls him around. No air on the car. This low downforce package makes these cars very difficult to drive with the car on the outside of him. So
leads the field out of turn number 4. Truex and Harvick finished 1-2 here last September. So with the reordered lineup. There they are on the front row, picking up where they left off. Truex did not get lane choice as both lanes moved up, but he is the control car for the start. Green flag in Las Vegas.
Already 4 wide, further back in the field there, Mike. Even though Truex didn't get lane choice, I think he would have chosen the outside, so it worked out in his favor.
He's got company way up high, 3 abreast, and Daniel Suarez has crept to the start line and may not be able to get off the racetrack.
By Ryan Blaney. Here's an issue with Suarez on the front straightaway.
And we're under caution right away. And Jeff, they are. Starts, restarts here, 3 and 4 wide. Look at them come across. Under caution.
I think that's just the beginning of what we're going to see there. Boy, a tough start to the season for Daniel Suarez, missing the Daytona 500. Now issues before we even take the green flag here in Las Vegas.
Now, Denny Hamlin was behind Suarez at the tail end of the field. Hamlin under penalty for unapproved body modification.
Smoke already coming out the right side. Now already the car is not even under power as he rolled to the green.
7 drivers have never raced a Cup car here. 1, Quinn Houff, has never raced anything at Darlington, but when that green flag waves, he will. And here they come off turn number 4. The pace car is in. Green flag. NASCAR is back. Trouble back straightaway. Around goes the 47 on the very first lap. Ricky Stenhouse with front end damage.
I mean, we saw cars really wide through 1 and 2, some even down on the apron. I mean, the unknowns of what these drivers were going into turns 1 and 2, Mike, I can't even describe what that must have been like.
Stenhouse started 23rd.
You can see here already 3 wide. Kyle Busch on the outside, all the way down on the apron. The 0-0 gets some contact from John Hunter Nemechek. You can see Reddick still on the bottom. Oh, Stenhouse almost 4 wide at the very bottom, makes contact, sends him directly into that inside wall and then into that safer barrier.
And in that initial skirmish, one of those cars involved was Quinn Houff, who has never turned a lap here, and yet started this race from 27th. So William Byron's spotter on the start. He is what NASCAR calls the control car, who will bring them down. No passing before start finish, no passing to the left on the initial start of the race. Green flag in Charlotte.
You are clear. 21 half back. Still clear. Right with. Right with. There you go. In line. You're clear. He's still pushing you. He's clear by 3. Off of you by a foot. Still in line. Inside.
Matt DiBenedetto steals the lead in turn 3.
Matt DiBenedetto had those elbows up. Oh, already a wreck here.
No.
51 at Joey Gase, and then
Garrett
53,
Smithley.
Yeah. Heavy contact. Probably knocked the fuel line off. That looks like a little bit of fuel burning off.
Smithley, you're looking at here, started 33rd. Joey Gase, 36th. As it all happens, looks like Quinn Houff and Josh Bilicki just got away from that one. Oof. I didn't realize Gase's whole trunk lid had come detached on one side.
Yeah, heavy rear damage. And you can see where Smithley already.
There's that look. Riding along with Bubba as we're getting ready for the green. This is the second race of the second round of the playoffs, and it happens at Talladega Super Speedway. Green flags in the air. great start for Denny Hamlin. Now he will proceed to block. He will get in front of whichever line he thinks is going to move the fastest and try to stay up front and dictate what's going to happen with this race. You're also going to hear side drafting is already.
Christopher Bell. I believe it's Christopher Bell.
Yeah, sure enough. Bell around in the back of the pack. The 8 also involved. And they're sliding down the banking. Caution has come out on lap 1.
Like Christopher might have had a left rear tire go down.
Yeah, blue right rear.
The right rear.
Wow. Tyler Reddick in the 8 also involved. We saw him slow.
There it is. That's actually the left rear tire, at least one's flat. So that's just no practice and probably having.
I can't even drive straight here.
I think they're both flat, aren't they, Junior?
Well, I think the left rear is the one that went first, but that's just no practice, tire rubs, things like that they can't see and understand. You know, there's going to be some gremlins on these cars that they usually work out in practice. And he doesn't get that opportunity this weekend, and here you are. That's very frustrating. Not even one lap into the race to have something like that happen.
He's already around entering turn 3. Just have to wonder if that left rear was rubbing.
Contact with the 8.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick, no place to go.
Tyler Reddick's day, that was big impact for him as well. What a disappointing.
Won the pole earlier today. Kyle Busch will start on his inside. Kyle Busch won the Xfinity race yesterday on this very track. It has been 37 years since Cup racing in Nashville. And now, NASCAR is back.
Immediately making it 3 wide.
Oh, they're all fifth in the corner. Bowman and Chase both almost into the fence. Losing lots of spots down the back straightaway. We got one in the fence here. Quinn Hoff in the 00. He had some issues in qualifying, had contact with the, we got a tire come off a car. Imagine it's off of his. Goodness, hard contact.
A lot of damage there to the 00 again. Quinn Hoff, 23-year-old out of Virginia.
So he had an issue in qualifying.
Knocked the right front tire off of it.
An issue, got in the fence. Not hard. We thought he'd be okay, but there's problems with this car getting down into turn 1 on the initial start of the race. That looks like a really, really hard hit.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to the 00 because, as you pointed out, we have so much action at the front there. We're going to see, the tire's already off, the car into the fence.
My gosh.
The Go Bowling at the Glen is ready to roar into life. It's time to bring the action at one of the best road courses in the world. Ross Chastain, who missed out on making the playoffs, but he might be able to help himself and his teammate. We're racing on a road course in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Let's go here at the Glen. Good start from Chastain, but Shane Van Gisbergen right behind him. Truex coming on the outside with Bowman as well. Great start, Chastain.
Ross Chastain away with the lead, but he can't get too far away. Here's Truex. Truex in the 19 is going to look to his inside in 2. Can't get the job done. 3, now 4-car breakaway up front. They're side by side for 5th. That is Austin Cindric in that orange 2 car. Right now racing side by side as they lead turn 4.
Daniel Suarez right there as well at the back of that duo. Now Austin Cindric peeks out of line on Cindric. This is a race for position just inside the top 5 as they work into the bus stop for the first time. Cindric, the outside lane. That's not preferred through that portion of the bus stop, but is preferred here. Give that spot to Cindric. Now they wreck. Christopher Bell out of the bus stop. Several other cars involved. Looks like Kyle Busch is in there, as well as a few others. Everybody should be able to drive away, but the Busch car is going backwards, headed down the bus stop.
And Denny Hamlin involved in that as well. Jeff, he's coming your way.
Yeah,
and the car doesn't look good.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin's coming my way. Kyle Busch, you can see the damage on his car, left rear quarter panel. A lot of smoke on the cars on this back straightaway. Denny Hamlin's car is damaged. Don't know if it's just a flat tire or if it's suspension damage. Caution flies over here. Denny Hamlin rolling by me right now. It's hard for me to know if it's suspension or tire, but smoke coming off of that car.
Ryan Blaney, we mentioned it, starting in the back, needed a clean start, got anything but. Blaney, Hamlin, both involved. Let's take a look, Diff. It's the bus stop. We heard him call it live. 2 wide up front, but they got through there clean. Back here a little bit further, you see a little tire lock up, a little bit of smoke.
And then right there, kind of all on his own, the 8 gets spun around, and they pile in such a fast area of the racetrack. I thought that the 12 got through clean right there. A little bit of contact. It was interesting because he's down here at the bottom of the screen.
And this is the beginning of the next phase, the next stage. How will today fare for the playoff 12? And you've got that Ream Toyota of Christopher Bell leading the field to green. It's time to bring the action here in Kansas. Let's go. Let's get the next phase of the playoffs started. Briscoe looking for an early inside move on Blaney. Couldn't quite get it done. Wow, there's already an incident. At the back of the pack, Josh Berry is one of the cars.
Lock it down.
Mentioned Josh Berry, the 16 as well. Ty Dillon, we saw him spinning around. My eyes are peeled for the 9 of Chase Elliott to see if he got through the mess. Remember, he was back there as well. Because of that required engine change, I think he was fortunate enough to sneak through. There's Chase. Doesn't look like any damage on the 9, but that had to have the hearts racing of the fans for Chase Elliott and for sure the crew. Let's see what happens, Jeff. It's always crazy, 2, 3, 4 wide in the back.
Berry's down on that low side. Look at Ty Dillon. Busher checks up. Harrison Burton was in the middle there as well, and Jimmy Johnson making contact with Ty Dillon. Pace car is off the track. It is a beautiful fall afternoon here in southern Florida. It's the Straight Talk 400, and it's time to bring the action here in Miami. Great start, Tyler Reddick. Left Larson behind, and Bell took full advantage of that. Now Larson responds. Look at that blue and white car up high. Reddick, Bell, Larson, Hamlin, and then Haley goes around. Lap 1 crash. Can everybody miss him? Justin Haley got his best qualifying of the year in the top 10 for his new team, Spire Motorsports, and he's gone around on the opening lap.
And amazing, I didn't see contact from any other cars once he started spinning.
We talked about restarts being an opportunity to gain spots. You have to be aggressive. Going down the back straightaway, the 7 on the outside, goes to the bottom, contact with the 47.
Great job, everybody else.
Great job.
It's a history-making day in NASCAR. Van Gisbergen, Preece up front. As they come off of turn 15, we are green in Mexico City.
We'll see how aggressive these guys want to be on the entry to turn 1, the braking zone. Shane Van Gisbergen trying to stay a little bit low. Here comes Chastain up on the outside.
Ross Chastain from row 2, jumping up behind his teammate. Van Gisbergen the advantage in turn 1, 2, 3.
3 and 4 wide, trying to get through turns 2 and 3. Somebody back there looking at 77. Hocevar is just going to take a shortcut.
Why am I not surprised? Hocevar was the first one off track today. We know he's going to get after it, and he's not afraid of contact.
We thought turn 1 would be a very difficult braking zone. Turn 4 has been a big surprise this weekend. All the drivers in there cleanly. We've seen a lot of tire smoke, a lot of lockup, more than ever before in any other practice at a road course. So you can't flat spot the tires today. That will make your stints very difficult if you do that. So far, everybody's clear through all the S's and off into turn 11. This was another difficult braking zone. We saw some wrecks, some crashes throughout the weekend here.
Caution is out. And it's for weather.
Oh, you see right here on board with the prime onboard camera on Chase Elliott, you see the drops. Yeah, we have the rain right here out in front of us in the booth. It's a heavy mist, it's a heavy rain. I wouldn't even call it a mist, but definitely a good idea for NASCAR to get the caution out before anybody gets off in. There's not a lot of area to, there's some runoff at certain parts of the track, but say, for example, coming out of the stadium right here, there's walls everywhere.
You know, if we have any kind of an issue, the driver surprised us dry through there, right? Underneath that little canopy, you come out of there into the wet and hit that wall, you could be in big trouble for the rest of the day. So smart by NASCAR to get the caution out here.
Who will it be tonight? Iconic events are iconic for many reasons. And here we are in the 75th anniversary of the Southern 500, and the Cookout Southern 500 is on. The real race to become a NASCAR Cup Series champion begins now. Wow, and around goes Josh Berry. Berry into the wall. He had a brilliant qualifying yesterday, and it's all come undone.
Lap 1 of the playoffs. Every driver talked all week long about having to survive this round. And already a huge deficit for this 21 team.
That 21 spun very quickly. I couldn't tell if it was a tire or maybe it hit the ground, bottomed out, but like a snap spin for the 21. Let's take a look. He's right there inside second row. You mentioned it. Great qualifying effort. That was mission accomplished. You just want to settle in, Jeff. Turns 1 and 2 tight. Exit at 2, probably the tightest part of the racetrack.
Every driver's talked about how hard you have to drive these race cars. Barry on the bottom of the racetrack, going to the throttle, and it just gets loose. Simply got loose. Made contact also. Not sure if there's damage on Reddick's car as well.